My landlord kept lowering my rent, but why did she start crying when I finally asked her reason? I've been renting this tiny studio apartment for 3 years. Same building, same landlord, Mrs. Liang. This sweet old lady who barely speaks English but always smiles when she sees me. Here's the weird part. Every year when my lease renewal came up, instead of raising my rent like every other landlord in the city, she'd actually lower it. First year, $200 down to $100. I thought maybe the building had issues or the market was bad, maybe the plumbing was about to give out or something. Second year, down to $950. My friends were jealous but confused. Landlords don't just give discounts, they said. There's gotta be a catch, but there wasn't. My apartment was in perfect condition. Heat worked, water pressure was great, no pest problems. If anything, Mrs. Liang would fix things immediately whenever I reported the smallest issue. This year, she dropped it to $800. That's when I knew something was really wrong. Studios in my neighborhood were going for $1,500 minimum. My coworker just signed a lease for a place half the size of mine for $1,400. The rent decrease started making me paranoid. Was the building condemned? Was there some hidden damage I couldn't see? I asked other tenants if their rent was being lowered too. Nope, everyone else was getting the usual annual increases. I started paying closer attention to Mrs. Liang's behavior. She'd always hand me the new lease with this sad smile, pat my shoulder gently and say, "Good tenant, good person," in broken English before hurrying away. But there was something in her eyes I couldn't place. Then I noticed the weird little things. She'd leave fresh fruits outside my door sometimes, never for other tenants. When I was sick with the flu last winter, she knocked on my door with homemade soup, speaking rapidly in Mandarin while gesturing for me to eat. She knew my schedule somehow. If I was running late for work, she'd be conveniently mopping the hallway right when I rushed out, and she'd give me this worried look like a grandmother watching her grandson leave. The maintenance requests were instant. Other tenants complained about waiting weeks for repairs, but when my bathroom faucet started dripping, she was at my door within an hour with tools. My mom visited last month and Mrs. Liang saw us in the lobby. She started talking excitedly in Mandarin, pointing at me, then at my mom, tears welling up in her eyes. My mom was completely confused, but Mrs. Liang kept nodding and smiling through watery eyes. The breaking point was when I found her standing outside my door one evening, just staring at it, not knocking, not waiting for me, just standing there looking lost. When she saw me coming up the stairs, she quickly pretended to be checking the hallway smoke detector. My friend started joking that maybe she had dementia and forgot how much rent was supposed to be, but that didn't explain the extra care, the worried looks, the way she'd light up when she saw me but then get this distant, sad expression. I considered moving out. The whole situation felt too good to be true, and I was waiting for the other shoe to drop. But every time I looked at apartments online and saw the prices, I stayed put. Plus, there was something about Mrs. Liang that made me feel protected, I guess. Like someone actually cared whether I was okay. Last week, I finally worked up the courage to ask her directly, "Mrs. Liang, why do you keep lowering my rent?" She completely broke down, started sobbing right there in the hallway. Turns out I look exactly like her grandson who died in a car accident 4 years ago. Same age, same height, same messy brown hair. She'd been keeping my rent low because seeing me every day was the closest thing she had to having him back. She'd been quietly taking care of me like I was her own family, and I had no idea. We're getting dinner tomorrow. She wants to show me pictures of him.